Hey guys, it's cabover Gary back here. I'm out here with my beautiful Freightliner cabover. As you guys know from previous videos, I've had a fuel leak. Well, I finally tracked it down, and what it seems to be is the AFC. It's leaking out of the AFC fuel. So after some research, I think I know what's going on. And I was going to take the pump off, take it to a pump shop, but they're too backed up. So we're going to do it ourselves today. Let me show you what I got to do that. So this is a diaphragm that, for it to be leaking where it's leaking, has to have a hole in it for fuel to get through it. But I don't feel like there should be fuel on this side of the AFC. So I ordered the whole kit that has the plunger and the barrel. This goes into the pump, seals with O-rings, and then this splits between if the fuel gets returned or where it goes in the pump. So I'm thinking that fuel has been leaking out of here, filling this up and causing all my problems. So I bought the whole kit. It was $140. So we're gonna pull the pump off today, do that. I'm also gonna change the button. This truck's got a number 5 in it. I'm gonna bump it down to a 7 and pull one shim out of it. This will free rev to 2,500 RPMs, which is too high in my opinion. It's just a safety precaution. I mean, you being the driver controls where the RPM is, but if something happens and for some reason it hangs up or something, I don't want it to over rev that much. So I'm gonna pull a shim out. That should knock it down a couple hundred RPMs. And we'll go from there. I'm shooting for 2,200 RPMs. That's what I was going to have the pump shop build it at. And they told me today that one shim pulled out of it should get me about there. So we'll do that and see where it's at. And thinking going from a 5 to a 7 is going to help with EGTs in summer and stuff. This truck's never had a big problem with it, but I mean, Texas gets 105 degrees for months on end, so figure gonna do that, just kind of play it safe. I'm also in the process of trying to sell the truck, so I'm also doing that so it's safe for the next guy. So if he doesn't know to watch gauges as much as I do, like I'm a hawk on the gauges, that he won't burn it down. So let's go on getting this pump out of the truck, and we'll get this thing torn apart. Okay guys, so on this truck, this is the fuel pump here. It's a Cummins PT pump. So basically it's just a gear driven fluid pump that supplies pressure up to the fuel rails through this line here. Comes up, goes in. Let's see. This is the supply, and then this is the return line here. And yeah, it just goes through the system. So we need to pull this pump off. So I need to take the linkage off, the spring off, fuel line, fuel line, fuel line, fuel line, AFC reference line, and the 4 bolts on the front. And pump should come out. And then from there, we'll get it on the bench and take it down. Show you what's going on. Well, let's see if we can get this pump off. So first thing I'm going to do is disconnect the fuel lines. I'm not sure if fuel's going to come out of some of these lines or not, but let's see. Now technically, I know someone in the comments will say I should use a line wrench, but as long as they break free easily, I'm not going to worry about it. Just because these are easier to use. Alright, we got a big guy there. Let's see. So this one. This one's tight. There we go. Okay, take the spring off. Got that out of the way. Oops. Dang it. Wrong wrench. This line's right up against these battery cables. This one is, I think, the supply line, so I need to make sure it's not going to leak on me. Okay. Okay. Let's see if I can get this without a wrench now. Okay, you're gonna take the throttle off. Oops, wrong size. Luckily, it looks like this is pretty easy to pull off, all said and done. Now, I always, where possible, okay, so there is a washer on the back of that. Put these back together so I don't lose the pieces. So that's the throttle linkage. I'll set that up there. You're gonna have to get a different size wrench for that. And this looks like a 9/16. Nope, it's like a half. Okay, so the bottom one's spinning on me. So let's hold that. Shoot. What size is that one? Yeah, I gotta get a different wrench. I'll be right back. Okay, so that one's disconnected. And then let's go to this little guy here. So that's disconnected. We got that one in back. That's always a pain. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop the pump down when I do it. But let's get this. I think this is a 9/16 back here. This is the one that I've been, where the leak is coming out of, which is the AFC reference line. That's tight back there. is always a pain in the butt, this one. Hopefully, last time to deal with it. I got a new line for this. And hopefully with the AFC being rebuilt, this will all be fixed. It's not going to loosen up until it's all the way out, is it? Well, it's coming. So gear wrench makes a ratcheting line wrench. I wonder if that would work on this. I heard that they tend to strip stuff out more though. But I don't know, you guys got any experience with them? I'd be interested in knowing. Yeah, this is tight all the way to the end. Probably because I used a DAB RTV to try to slow down the leak for the last run. So let's see. I'm thinking that I might find some power with redoing this too, because I don't think that AFC was advancing fuel like it's supposed to. So we will find out. All right. Let's take. I'm gonna take this line all the way out. Okay, so I got all the lines disconnected. I need to undo, well, I gotta unplug the jigs, which is easy to do. They're unplugged. And then I got to undo this, and then the 4 bolts that hold it on. So let me go get a smaller wrench to do that. This is the fuel solenoid on these pumps. This is what tells the fuel to flow or not. There's also a manual override, this knob here. These go once in a while, and if that happens, then you could just unscrew that knob, or screw that knob in, and then it opens up that valving so you got fuel until you get it fixed. Kind of a nice thing that they did back in the day. So now let's see if I could get these bolts. I think they're 1/2 inch. Maybe 9/16. They're star head, or 12 point. Huh. Let's see. So 7/16 is what the head is. So anyways, there's 4 bolts, one here, and same on the back. I'm not going to be able to show you getting them off, so I'm going to stop the video, and once those are off, I'll show you how to get the pump out. Okay, so here's the P-pump off the truck. This bolt was hard to get. Well, it wasn't hard to get. I just had all my wrenches I had out here were this style. I had to borrow one from another guy that had one that was just a regular combination, and that fit right away. But this is where we got to go into. This is the AFC housing. That's what houses this. And this is where the fuel was coming out of, is from here. So we're going to unbolt that and pull it off. Let me set you guys up. Okay, this is a 7/16. So let's break them all free. Get these bolts out. If I'm right, there's going to be fuel leaking on the other side of this diaphragm, so we'll see. That's my thoughts, kind of my hopes at this time to fix this problem. Hopefully this is not in good shape, because I'm hoping this is the end of my fuel leaking. Yeah, so there's fuel on that side, which is a bad sign. And I don't think there should have been fuel there either. And this does have some scuffing on it, so I think that might be causing some of those issues. So there's the spring. Oh, I need a set of circlip pliers. Hold on one second, I'll be back. Okay, I had to run to the house and grab the snap ring pliers. I don't think this is under spring tension, but we'll find out. Got it kind of at a funny angle. Let's see if I can grab it. There we go.
Come on, man.
Not much, how are you?
Oh, you know, same shit, different day.
Yep. Okay, now I gotta get that out of there. Let's see. Maybe. Let me see what I can find. Okay guys, I don't know if I'm doing this right. We're gonna work on this together. I hope someone in the comments knows. So this is the one that came out of it. It has a hole through it, and it has this extra groove through it in it. This is the one that got to replace it. Part numbers are the same between the two. I went to a pump shop and they said that is probably an update. They said that this doesn't really go bad, so they don't really replace them, but that's probably the updated one. So I'm gonna go with that and put it back together with that, hoping that that's right. Another guy I talked to that does Cummins, he's like, just forego all that and take this spring that goes on this side and put it on this side. Well, that might give you more power. It's going to take the AFC out of the equation. But my worry about that is cam wear is a problem on these motors when you turn them up, and that's always going to have full pressure going to the injectors. So I'm worried that that would cause excessive cam wear. So I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to put it back together the way it's supposed to go, with the new plunger, the new ASC, the new diaphragm. We're going to put it back together and we're going to see what happens. Hopefully it's right. Hopefully my leak's gone. Hopefully the world is good. But we'll just have to see on that. I'm a little nervous about this. My thing is, like, I don't understand how, with this having a hole all the way through the shaft, how, and fuel would flow through that, right? How that could possibly work, because now you got pressurized fuel on both sides of the AFC, and you got a boost reference coming in here of what, 25 pounds at max? How's it supposed to overcome 200 psi? I don't understand. I don't get it. Maybe you guys could educate me on that, and please do, because I'm curious. This has a check valve in it, and the check valve does work. So yeah, we're gonna put it back together with the new parts. I am gonna change the button out and take one shim out of the pump, and we're gonna go from there and see what happens. Okay, so reassembling this, there's this little spring that goes in first, that goes all the way down. I am gonna drop it in with a screwdriver so I can get it where it needs to go. So that's in there. I'm gonna get a little bit of this diesel fuel, and I'm gonna lube up these O-rings so I don't rip one. This is the barrel. This goes in there. Push that down. I don't want to use, I'll use this end. It's not down enough. Okay, so this is not going to be easy, I can see. So I need to, maybe if I push. Okay, so I'm gonna have to squeeze it and push at the same time. And these are not working very good. This one's got a bent tip on it. See if that grabs it better. Yeah, they're just, the tips are bent on this, so should grab my set. See if I could do this without snapping a tip off. Yeah, that'll work. This is not easy. Okay, making sure this is all seated in there. It looks good. So that's all good. So now I am going to put the spring in. I'm going to wipe a little bit of diesel fuel on this. Drop this in. I guess I need to go like kind of gotta fold it up, I think, to get it to lay right. Like so. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. All the holes line up. So now let's screw this all together. I hope to God this is what works, because it's kind of a pain in the butt to get this on and off of here. And the cab over. Most trucks are probably not as bad, but this truck, it's like in the frame rail. So getting this bowl here is not the funnest, as I said earlier. This one's binding, let's see why. Okay, so the diaphragm is in that a little bit. Let's see if I can, I think I got it to scoot over enough. No. Okay. So this needs to come down. Be very careful doing with this with a screwdriver. It looks like it should work there. Okay, so maybe it's that screw. Trying to work it so it's all even everywhere. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, I think we're good. So I'm gonna snug them all. I don't know what the torque stack is. Being a rubber gasket like it is, it just needs to be snugged up. So I'm gonna snug that, snug that, snug that, and just work it around till we get some pressure on it. Okay. So now that's together. Now let's go into this guy here. This is where the button is that everybody talks about. I think I went too aggressive. I put a 5 in it. I don't think it was caused any of my issues, but I also watch my gauges. But with me thinking about selling this, I think a 7 will be much better for most people. I don't want someone to buy it and burn it down without watching gauges, so we're gonna do this. This is what, I don't know if you guys watch Rob's Truck Shop, but he put a 7 in his. His truck seems to run pretty good with the L10 in it, so. I think when I got this truck, I think it had a 7, and I took it out and I went to a 5. But I think a 7's more responsible choice. Oh yeah, there's fuel in there too, so you guys know. Okay, there's a snap ring here. This does have a little bit of spring tension on it, not a whole lot. People over exaggerate how much there is. So let's pull that off. That's the spring tension. Okay, these are your governor shims. This is what will tell you how much governor you have. I put a couple extra in here, and I'm gonna take one of them out as well because I did too many of them. So we're just gonna set that right there. I think there's a couple more shims here. Yeah. And you got, I'm just gonna put it all upside down there. This is your idle screw here. You don't ever really need to mess with that unless your idle's messed up. And then what fell out is the button and the spring. So there's a little washer that goes on the back of the spring, and that's the button. And yeah, number 5, going to a 7. Most people don't go down in power, but I am getting older. So this little washer, the way I've always put it on is I just put it on a pick, and then I put it on the point and let it fall down. Come on. And then it's on there, and I drop the spring in. So then the spring, there's a little rod in there that I couldn't really show you. And then that goes in. And then this all goes in here. Trying not to dump all the fuel out of the pump, but I don't want that to fall out either. Okay, so we got that in there, and we're gonna take our spring and our governors, our washers, our shims. trying to figure out why they're not wanting to squish down. There we go. We're going to take this guy. Ah, I lost part of my glove. Gotta get that. Make sure it's all seated in there right. Don't want this coming apart on you. There we go. I got a little piece of glove in there. Let's see if I could get it. Actually, if I push this down. There we go. Okay. And always make sure your stuff is seated right. And then, man, that gasket's probably good, but I got a new one. Let me put the new one on. Like so. Put the button cover on. Like so. And then tighten this all down. Got diesel all over. Getting there. Same thing. This is, this is all aluminum and stuff, so don't go hog wild on this. That's why there's gaskets. Just snug everything up. I'm sure there's torque specs for this, but we'll be okay. Snug, 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 snug. Let's double check them. Snug, 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 snug. So that's all good. So there's two adjustments on this pump. This is your fuel in the center here. There's usually a lead ball or something in there that you gotta get out to adjust that. And then back here, this is your air fuel screw, or AFC screw, or smoke screw, what people call it. That's behind there. This is for the Jake brakes here. This is the switch. And that's about it. Time to go put it back in the truck. Well guys, I didn't film much of that, but I put the pump back on. So we're gonna start it up now and see what happens. I did take a rubber line and put it on all the returns and blow to make sure that they were clear, and they all seem to be okay. Only thing I'm a little worried about is I don't know if the front seal of the pump, it might be leaking. I don't know. I don't know if that was, I just don't know. But we're gonna see it start up. So let's turn the key. There's the exhaust. started pretty easy. Well, let's get in and take it for a drive. Okay, let's see what this is any better. See if it leaks and also see if it's got more power. Clutch definitely feels better since I did an adjustment. Oh, you guys might have not heard about that. I was going to do a video on adjusting the clutch, but when I got in there to do it, I guess the person before me didn't push the clutch in when they went to do the adjustment and broke a tooth off the flywheel. So it was a battle to get that fixed. So I finally got it fixed, and yeah, it feels a whole lot better now. It was way out of adjustment. I should have done it a long time ago. Feels like it's advancing fuel better, which is a very good thing, because it definitely was having issues there. This road's really rough, so it's going to hear a lot of noise and stuff. Oh yeah, boost came up a lot better there. That might make a difference. I'm going to take it on the highway and we'll see. Catch you back up when I'm on. I'll let you guys play. You guys always seem to like the driving movies. So. Man, it's getting hot in Texas already. It's high 80s yesterday, and I think it's already there today. drive because I gotta go get my kid in a little bit. figure out something. I'm to the point that I'm either selling this truck and buying a more powerful tractor, trying to do something else, or converting this one to a tractor. I just don't know if this one's got enough balls to do heavy work. Truck for sale for 25 grand. I think I have someone interested in it, or a couple people, but I don't know. We'll see. When you never know until they're ready to pick it up, you know. I do feel this truck is very well maintained and in really good shape. I've always tried to keep up on the maintenance. You guys see an honest reviews of this truck with the videos, because I don't hide anything. I don't want to pass anything on to anybody else or anything like that. If there's an issue with it, I'm going to tell you. So yeah, I think I'm just going to run back down the service road and back to the lot. One thing about this truck is, since these run higher RPMs, these Cummins, I have the fan on the switch. It does go on if the motor gets hot. The thermal switch is still on, but the AC switch is not. So as long as I'm moving 25 miles an hour, it doesn't have an issue. But before, how it was hooked up, you had the AC on, the fan was on, and I just didn't like that setup. So now, one kind of drawback is that when you come to a stop sign or something like that, you gotta fit the fan on as you're waiting. Isn't that big of a deal to me. I was reading somewhere that I could put a thermal deal in the condenser or the evaporator where I can make it so it turns it on. And I might do that. That way, when it senses a drop there, it'll turn, or pressure there, it will turn the fan on a little. Instead of it just being on with the AC's on. I don't know. I thought I was in a different gear. I just don't have the time. I gotta get home and take a quick shower before I go get the kid. So we're just gonna run back to the lot, and then I'll jump in my truck and go get the kid, which I have to do a longer drive later. This will tell me if I got a fuel leak or not, at least. This guy could be going faster. Speed limit on this road is 50. We're doing 40. Frustrated with drivers today. park the truck. Well guys, trucks seem better. Seem like it has more power, which is good. I didn't get a chance because I was running late to see if it's leaking fuel or not, but I did run across one issue. Turned the key off and the truck kept running. Ran for about 20 seconds and then stopped. I don't know if that had something to do with the AFC being different, not letting it retract, maybe be putting more fuel into the line. I don't know. I do remember when I just got the truck, something similar happened like that, and then one other time, like 8 months ago, something very similar to that happened. So maybe it's just a fluke. A little bit more time will tell, and I'll update you guys on it. But I'm going to end this video here. I hope you guys liked the video. I tried to make it a little longer. I keep getting requests for a longer video, so I didn't do as much time lapse as I usually do. Let me know if you guys like that, or if you like it when I like show what I'm gonna do and then time lapse through it. I'll do whatever you guys like. It doesn't bother me either way. I can talk. But please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and comment buttons, you know, all that good stuff. And I will catch you guys on the next one.